Good evening. My name is Renita Gibbs, and I feel very fortunate to stand before you to equip you with some tools that you're going to need to have in place for the 21st century in order for you to be successful. But before we get started, I need to make sure that everyone have a pen as well as a piece of paper, because I need you to take some notes. Because this is some information I'm going to share with you today, but I need you to take it back home with you, and I need you to go over it and go over it and go over it until you get this information, until you understand that these are some tools that's going to help you launch yourself in the 21st century as far as being successful in your career, whether you have a job, whether you have a home-based business, or whatever you're involved in. You're going to need to have these tools in place. Is that okay? Let's go ahead and get started. Now, one of the first tools that you need to have in place is that you have to be committed. Whatever you're involved in, you have to be committed to that business. You have to be totally committed to that. You know, once your commitment level is there, you have to have your belief system in place. Your belief system is so key, because you may believe, or you may think you want to be successful, or you may believe that you may want to make $100,000 a month. That's attainable. You can make $100,000 a month, but you got to know that you know within your own belief system that you can do that. And if you're in a product-based business, you got to know that the products that you're selling to individuals are good products. So your belief system has to be in place, guys. That's very important. Your attitude has to be on point. Your attitude determines your aptitude in whatever you're doing. So it's very important that your attitude, you have the right attitude. You may go out and talk to somebody, or you may encounter somebody who don't believe in what you're doing. You can't be negative and you can't show them a bad attitude. You just got to have a right attitude about whatever a person may say to you. Someone may reject your business, or may reject what you're sharing with them, or may reject or say something negative about your product. But you got to have the right attitude regardless of whatever he or she may say about your product, about your business. Not only that, you have to stay focused. Most people cannot stay focused. You know, they get involved with things, or they get on a job, and they may work that job for about 6 months or to a year. And then they get derailed and jump to something else. But it's very important that you stay focused. In order for you to stay focused, you got to stay laser beam focused on whatever that thing is that you're trying to accomplish. And a lot of people get sidetracked, but you remember, you have to stay focused on whatever you're doing. You have to have a sense of urgency, guys. A lot of people do not have a sense of urgency. A lot of people procrastinate. They procrastinate. They say they're going to do something, but they really don't do something. Or they say they're going to do something today and they put it off to tomorrow. You got to have do it now attitude. Do it right now. Do it today. So you got to have that sense of urgency. And the most key important thing, and I want you to put a star by this, is that your work ethic. You got to have a strong work ethic, guys. You got to be willing to do the things you don't want to do today in order to have the things tomorrow that you want to have. So you got to have a strong work ethic in place. And what I mean by a strong work ethic, you may be in a telecommunication business, you may be in a multi-level marketing business, or whatever kind of business you're in. You may even work from home on your job, where you may have to make phone calls. Well, it may be raining, it may be one of them cold mornings where you really don't feel like getting out of bed. But if your work ethic is strong enough, that's going to make you get out of bed and get on the phone and smile and dial. That's what I used to tell my team several years ago. It's called smile and dial when we get on the phone and make cold calls. So you may have to get out of bed. You may have to get out of bed and get on the phone, because your work ethic has to be in place. And like I said, you got to also have a burning desire. You got to have a desire burning in you like it's fire. You have to be so hungry about whatever you're trying to accomplish that you don't allow nothing or no one to keep you derailed or get you sidetracked. You got to have that desire in you that stir up something in you that you will stay focused on whatever you're trying to do. You also have to stay away from dream stealers. Now, dream stealers may fall in the line of a family member. Let me go ahead and give you a hint. Hint, clue. It could be your mother. It could be your sister. It could be your brother. It can be anybody. But dream stealers are those individuals that try to snatch your dreams away from you. So you got to be mindful of who you allow to rent space in your mind. See, your mind is very crucial in whatever you do, because your mind is just like a parachute. If you don't open it, it won't work. So it's very key, guys, that you put together, that you put these tools in place. We're going to talk about a lot of other things that's going to help you launch yourself even further in whatever endeavors that you're in. But you got to build a foundation, and you got to understand some basic tools. These are some things that you have to master when you first getting started in whatever you're doing.